Stirring the coffee with chopsticks. Started out because I didn't want to use a spoon. I get up pretty early and I use a hand grinder to make my coffee. Got that for the sole purpose of being quieter in the house rather than waking people up. And then stirring with chopsticks as opposed to stirring with a spoon, which you might as well just ring a fire bell and wake everyone up when you're stirring your coffee. So I try to be as quiet as possible. It is now 5:22 a.m. I got up at 3:35 today, and I still got a really good night's sleep. People are going to think I'm crazy, but I go to bed fairly early when I can, because I enjoy getting up early and getting a lot done. I'm meeting somebody for breakfast at 8:30, which means I have to get a lot of things done before I even leave the house. So let's talk about a few things. The beach is my happy place. Translation, I'm looking for a man who has a beach house. I teach this at barber and beauty academies. Act as if your haircuts are $1,000 and you are the top stylist in the world. Act like that. Let me tell you what happens. Now, for instance, if I took a magic wand and just waved it over you and said, you are now the top stylist in the world and you make $1,000 a haircut or more. This is what magically happens. Your demeanor changes. Your posture changes. The way you walk changes. The way you make eye contact with people changes. Your confidence changes. All of this stuff changes almost immediately when I wave the magic wand. Apply this to anything in your life. Where do you need your magic wand? To be able to act as if. People will treat you differently. You will treat people differently. It's kind of like the next step of fake it till you make it. Super important for people who've struggled with confidence issues in their life and who have felt like that they were introverts or have chosen the more introverted, solitude-based lifestyle. For me, that was important because I prefer solitude. I used to say I'm an introvert with extrovert tendencies, and I've come to believe that those are choices that we make and preferences that we make. I don't believe those things are innate. I don't believe that's within us. I can choose to be an extrovert if I want. I just don't want to stay there. I wish I could talk every black woman out of wigs, weaves, and extensions, and those that I've helped to liberate from wigs, weaves, and extensions are very, very grateful. Freedom is beautiful, and beauty is free. If I would have taken out life insurance policies on random, unhealthy people in my life, I'd be a billionaire by now. I put tactical soap, the pheromone soap, in the hot lather machine that I use at work. Every haircut gets detailed with a straight razor and hot tactical lather. And now I'm doing tactical hot lather shaves. If your wife doesn't jump your bones now, there's nothing I can do for you. When a chick says that she's naughty and nice, I love that. I'm a little bit naughty and a little bit nice. Only a fool thinks that that's 50-50. And he might be able to live with that. Rule number 1, it's more like 80-20. She's 80% naughty, 20% nice. Rule number 2, she needs to see your tail lights, so step on it. You can't afford a naughty and nice girl. I quit using drugs because once you've been taken aboard a UFO, it's kind of hard to top that. Bill Hicks. I showed a picture on Twitter yesterday of myself. And I said, a picture from 10 years ago and a picture from now. Go to my Twitter, @GeorgeBruno, and take a look at it. I find that the more that I master my body, everything else falls into place. What you attract changes as you change. When you change yourself, different things will be attracted to you. But attracting is not a skill that creates wealth, income, revenue, money. You still have to negotiate. You still have to close deals. And know this, that learning to sell is a skill of kings. Learn how to sell and be a king. Nerds with money and no game. I'm almost embarrassed to say their women are the easiest. Believe what they do, not what they say. So what about you and me? Same thing. The door swings in both directions. More on the do and less on the say. The movie A Simple Favor, saw that recently. Super strong acting, amazing performance by Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively. It's not going to get the recognition that it deserves. I know that. And I'm still thinking about the character development in the film. Creative, original, funny, shocking. Anyone who's a content creator on YouTube is going to love this movie. Left on their own, women will get into trouble. There's way too many stories about idle women, bored housewives, women with too much time on their hands. And you think she was at yoga, baking cookies, and teaching the women's Bible study. Remember what I said. If you were going skydiving and the instructor said, I'm going to give you this parachute, but it's only been documented as opening 50% of the time, would you put that parachute on? That's what marriage is like. Marriages across the board survive about 50% of the time. That's quite a risk. That's quite a gamble. But I'm in love. I'm not talking you out of marriage. What I'm talking you out of is getting the state involved in your marriage. Because if it ends, as a man, you're in trouble. Period. Just because you're a man. And I'm not talking about just logistics and financials. Emotionally, men take breakups much, much harder than women. That's the reality. Studies have shown, and it's been reported, this is documented, men commit suicide 5 times more than women. 70% of those men do so after a relationship crisis. Why is that? That's why this channel is here, to help men. And even if you're a mom who has boys, or you're a woman who has brothers, this is important for you to hear. This is never meant to insult you or insult women in any way. The red pill lens, or being woke, is about seeing the world as it is, not how you want it to be. After you are long out of the shadows of betrayal, living clear and free from a compulsion to be in a relationship, if you do enter into that arena again, this time trust your intuition. If you suspect something, don't ignore it. It's probably true. I took a poll. Ginger, Mary Ann, or Mrs. Howell? And the winner is Mary Ann, 65%, Ginger, 33%, and Mrs. Howell, 2%. Fellow content creators, bloggers, YouTubers, this is for you. Haters and critics only matter if you believe them. And you know that you're going to be a success when you start getting haters and critics. If people aren't hating on you yet, you still got some work to do. You'll start getting haters at about 1,000 subscribers. You'll see. The key to practical, successful stoicism is to delay your emotions, not deny them. Otherwise, you'd be a statue. You want what we call a semi-permeable heart. You want a heart that just doesn't get tossed all around by romance and love and heartbreak and roller coaster romance. You want a heart that's semi-permeable, which means that it allows love to come in and it allows love to come out. But if that door is just freely swinging, then you are just gonna be in for one wild ride. Thick. You mean fat? Relaxed fit. You mean the next size up? So you're doing it right this time around? You mean you're not going to be a hoe, no mo? A godly man? You mean a compliant man? Nice guy? You mean a frustrated guy? A man as a BFF? You mean a guy who keeps you entertained until Tyler Durden appears? It's only after we've lost everything that we are free to do anything. Fight Club, 1999. Carlito's Way or Scarface? Scarface, 73%. I hope that helps. A few little tips. For men and some women, get out there and kill it today. I have to be at the salon at 10 o'clock this morning and kill it all day and all day tomorrow. Got up early working on my other business before I even leave the house today. Lesson: if you want to improve your life or go somewhere else, somewhere where you're not currently at, or create income, it's not going to happen during your normal job hours. It's only going to happen if you get up earlier than your job and stay up later than everybody else. Everybody, think about this. If you get up 2 hours earlier, or stay up an hour later. There's 3 hours right there a day, 7 days a week. That's 21 hours. 21 hours that you just found that you can dedicate to create new income, a new business, in addition to what you're already doing. I don't care if you're a parent. I don't care if you have 4 young children. I don't care. I used to get up early. I was up at 4:30. When I was married with children, I used to get up at 4:30, be in the gym by 5, come back home at 6, take the baby out of the crib, put the baby in bed, the other kids slept, we had snuggle time with the baby, I'd go downstairs, leave the baby with mama, go downstairs, make coffee. The house was just starting to wake up. And I got a ton of work done. I checked all my emails downstairs in my office, got everything before even the house was awake. There's no excuse. I guarantee you that you have 20 hours a week somewhere that you can designate to improving yourself. Everyone has it. How bad do you want it? Do you want to be unstuck? Do you want to be free? There's nothing like the unstuck lifestyle. When you go to a job because you love it, not because you have to. It took me 2 years to do that. For the first time in my life. Go out there and do it. I know you can do it. Have a great day.